'Tis I, Julian, and Dark Souls 1. It's one of those games you either love for the masterpiece that it is, with its deep, expansive lore, challenging and grueling areas, and not to mention tough and memorable boss fights with some of the best music soundtrack in gaming history. Or you hate it and despise it because you absolutely suck and just, well, need to get good. Whatever your experience is with the game, I am here today to recap and review my very first playthrough of the game. Now, I'm no stranger to Souls games. In fact, the very first one I ever played was Elden Ring, and I absolutely loved that game. In fact, I don't recall seeing the sun for at least 3 months when it was released. I played that game to death, exploring all the areas, trying different weapon builds, fighting all the bosses with multiple playthroughs, and then of course the DLC that was released last year, I played the absolute shite out of that as well, so it got me craving more, and with Elden Ring Night Reign slating to release later this year, what better way to feed that appetite now than to start at the very beginning with Dark Souls 1. Starting off with the opening intro, the story from my understanding thus far is basically these dudes called the Lord Souls took over the world of Lordran, and Gwyn is the main guy who led the charge, but in doing that, eventually basically the whole world went to and so it's up to us, the chosen undead, to relight the first flame. So starting out, I made my character and went with the Pyromancy class, which I had no idea was going to be my crutch basically the entire game. And thus is the start of our journey. Spawning out in the asylum, I traversed through the opening tutorial level. I eventually was met by the first boss, this silent demon. And well, this boss wasn't too much to write home about. A good tutorial for using the diving attack mechanic that is only useful for really the first couple of bosses. But after getting past him, I got picked up by a bird and headed to Firelink Shrine. And I gotta say, I absolutely love this area. It's so peaceful and is basically the center of like the whole map and is always a breath of fresh air to come back to. I didn't use any sort of guide for this game beside my friend who was playing the game at the same time as me, and we would kind of guide each other based on what we had already did. We would just direct each other on where to go. But navigation wise, this game is honestly pretty straightforward as to where you need to go, besides the mistakes that every rookie makes, that is going to the skeleton graveyard early game. I rarely got stuck in areas for too long, and I gotta say the most difficult part of overcoming this game has to come down to, well, basically my own stupidity.
Okay, hold on, let me see. Okay. Then you go that way. Yep, go up, and then go up, go to the right. No, like up to the right. Yep. Then go up higher. And then go to the right. Go to the right.
The illusion of choice.
Did you know there was a right? No.
Wait, what happened?
Flash has been trying this jump for the last 30 minutes, and he has not looked to his right to see an open door telling him where to go.
I deserve it. But after I overcame my own lack of perception in navigating through the levels, and after progressing more through the game, I come across yet another boss fight, the Taurus demon, and besides accidentally killing myself a few times, I eventually overcame him with little to no difficulty.
I think if you want to kill him, you have to hit him.
It's tanky, bro.
I just boost my Estus.
I don't know if I could do this. I'm going in.
What?
Wow, their worm is pretty fat.
Who's pretty fat?
Their worm.
That was a cool kill, Flash, I'll be
Yes,
honest.
he is. No.
If there was a man I wanted to defend 3 barrels, it'd be that guy.
I know, right? just because I had to shoot it, that was like his life mission. After the Taurus demon, I was eventually greeted by the gargoyles. And honestly, same experience. I killed myself a few times, but honestly, they weren't too bad either. Pull the lever.
10,000 levels,
Well, I think
and you have to backtrack
All the way
You
through
have
the
to-
skeletons again?
awesome.
to use your souls.
that's a pain. You know, up to this point, I was feeling kind of confident. You know, up to this point, I hadn't really struggled at all besides the occasional enemy or two. But you know, overall, I thought this game was going to be an absolute breeze. That was until I came across the Capra Demon.
Oh, you guys. Oh, okay. You guys playing the game of Hearthstone. I need to download that game. I liked it. Although my fucking deck is fucked now.
Yeah, I see how far I can make it. I'm gonna actually just try to just get past them without giving them attention.
I was surprised that you got the fuck out of there.
Okay, just stick to the right. Stick to the right. No, stick to the left. Stick to the left.
Oh my god, the hook. Oh my god, he's dead. Nuts.
Don't ask me what my plan was there. Okay, see that dog? I'm not even like touching it.
Oh my god, that was
for a
You
kill.
wanna go mid? I'll go mid, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a double
I'm
heal.
on the opposite side of the map. I'm coming.
Frick.
He literally dodges everything, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
He's up top now. When we were fighting everyone. What do you do?
Got him. Got him again. Got the other guy.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just
back.
run up to this guy.
You want me to do the thing that gets us faster movements, dude?
Yes. No.
That's.
I would say you can do that yourself. I'm just gonna help
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna back. I have 2400.
Maybe you bait them.
I mean, we can just go take it. I kind of want to take this mid wave though.
I'm here, I can help you though.
Oh,
Hey, they're all here, dude.
that is real too.
Just hold on.
Oh, just turn around and kill him. Use a WhatsApp.
They're just
I think
passing
they're
the game.
close to us.
They
I'm downloading Hearthstone right now. I gotta remember my. Wait a minute.
forced into this spot. But it is
Okay, well.
flash fireball and the best of cheese.
Awesome.
This is a culmination of all the effort, tears, sweat, blood.
Background too.
This is it. Alright, this is it. This is the run. This is the run. I can finish him whenever I want to. Let me just jump off, alt, hit him. Yes. Oh my god.
I'm actually kind of proud that
Did
you
you
did it.
just
This is like 2.5 hours.
as soon as the song ended, you got him. That was good timing.
You're telling me these enemies are still here?
And so finally, after all the pain and misery, I finally put that scumbag down for good. And you see, usually, I'm a chill guy, but for some reason, after this fight, something deep inside me has awakened that wishes nothing but misery and despair for him. You see, as he sits there and lies there with his decaying body, you know, hopefully he has some flashbacks about his life, contemplating his life choices. I'll be there, standing over him with a blank expression on my face, as if this was just another Tuesday for me, and his life was not even worth a single drop of sweat from me. And you see, I'll walk away, and he'll see me off in the distance, walking away, and he'll be thinking that he was nothing more than a small, minuscule nuisance in my way. And you see, I hope that while he was down there guarding that key, his wife was in bed with another demon. And I hope that as his life slowly starts to fade out of his eyes, I'll see tears running down his cheeks because his life will be filled with so many regrets. Maybe he should have gone to college. Maybe he should have started that podcast. Maybe he should have gotten that tattoo. Maybe he should have been there more for his kids. Maybe in high school he should have asked Jessica to prom, but none of that will matter. Because by the time he realizes it, it will be too damn late. Because he decided to sign up for his death the second that he decided to step up to me! Okay, that might have gone a little too deep. I'm just gonna move on now. Anyways, after calming down, after overcoming some random dude that I don't even acknowledge anymore, I made my way to the depths, where I was greeted by rats and this creepy eye thing that will forever be in my nightmares. This is a horror game. This is a horror game. This is a horror game. Trekking through the sewers, I was surprised by yet another boss, that being the Gaping Dragon. Hooray! And I gotta say, it was intimidating at first, but after poking it with the spear for like 20 to 30 minutes, I eventually defeated it with basically little trouble. And then it was time to go all the way to Blighttown, where I was greeted by tits. Whoa. She's not making my life easy. Look at her, you're getting lava on the rug.
That's how you beat him.
Yep.
Would you smash Yeti?
Smash you? You? Yes.
No, the boss he's fighting.
Let me see. Yes.
Okay, now that I think about it, this boss isn't as hard as I thought it was initially.
You're just overthinking it type shit?
Yeah, like...
Is it finally because you like stopped watching her fucking titties?
Yeah, I finally realized that there's a giant spider down there.
Wait, is that why you asked me about it?
Yeah. Got him. Her. I don't care. Smash either way. Alright, and after finishing off the boss, I rang the second bell and I made my way to Zen's fortress, which I managed to make through because I have no life and I have an unbroken resolve. I fought the Iron Golem and then made my way to Anor Londo, where I fought a lot of knights and demons. Well, but my fire is not.
That did nothing. Swap to your other fire spell. Jesus Christ, you just run away. There comes a oh.
The dude with the wings couldn't fly out of that.
That's
Okay.
a horrible way to win that fight.
He deserved that. He deserved that. Right?
That is the worst way you could have won that fight.
And after painfully making my way inside the castle, I was tasked with yet another torturous boss fight, that being the iconic duo Ornstein and Smo. And I gotta be honest, I really did struggle with this boss fight. First of all, you got a big bonking boy who, if you get even remotely close, will absolutely smash you like a bug. And then you got Ornstein, who blitzes across the map faster than me at a pedestrian crosswalk. The timing was very awkward to try and get hits in and isolate one of them, but eventually, after using the pillars to kind of create the openings, I was able to kill off Ornstein, and that only left off Smo, who wasn't too much to handle after that. And now, a breath of fresh air, because it was only going to get so much worse. The Catacombs. Now, if I thought the Capra Demon run was annoying, man, I was not ready for this level of hell. I absolutely hate this place. Like I said, I made the mistake of going to the Catacombs early, and I thought to myself after defeating Ornstein and Smo that, you know what, I'm ready. I can take on anything this game throws at me now. I was not ready. I was able to kill the skeletons easily, but the problem is that there are just so damn many of them. And not to mention the placement of some of these fuckers were just laughable, blocking doorways, narrow walkways. Don't even get me started on the bay wheels. I probably have to say that these bay wheels are my least favorite enemy of the game. I fucking hate them. They do so much damage and it's like dodging cars on a freeway. But you know what? After countless hours and route optimizations, I found my way to Pinwheel, and luckily he's like the easiest fight in the game. Just a couple of flames and he's gone. At last, some peace. Holy shit. Now this area, this is the official worst area in the whole game. Hell, maybe even the series. The Tomb of the Giants is quite honestly my least favorite area in the whole game. What makes it so annoying, you may ask? Well, for starters, we're gonna start with the giant fucking skeletons that can one-shot you. Then, after that, there's the confusing and easily fall-offable cliffs. And on top of that, you're in the fucking dark doing it. I cannot even fathom the hatred I developed for this area. I left a shed of my sanity down there as well. But you know what? After so many attempts, I finally made it out to Grave Lord Nito, who wasn't even that bad. After a few little flames, boof, he went down. And well, after Grave Lord Nito, I headed back to the grassy swamp area, beat up a butterfly, a hydra, and then made my way back to the gravestone to beat Sif, who is probably one of the most loyal companions to have. He defends the grave of his fallen master Artorias so that no one can take the ring, and save them from the fate that Artorias himself suffered and wishes upon no one. So Sif, being the good boy that he is, defends the ring as his master would have wanted, but I really don't give a fuck. So after slaughtering Sif, I headed to the library where I was greeted and arrested by Seath the Scaleless. After the confusing but at least visible mess that was the library, I made my way back to Seath and beat him. After this, it was time to head back to Blighttown, fight the Ceaseless Discharge, who was nothing more than a gimmick fight that took me way longer than it should have to figure out how to beat him. I beat the Asylum Demon again, and then I beat the Centipede Demon, and after going through the real Fire in the Flames, I made it all the way to the Bed of Chaos, who I gotta say is the least fun boss I have ever seen. Like, what the fuck, I just kept getting swept off the map over and over again. After that, I dropped by the painting, killed the woman that was in there, headed back out, went to a great chest, killed the giant lady, fought Gwendolyn, who was zoning like a little bitch. I headed to New Londo, where I was greeted by a bunch of ghosts who don't like outsiders. After that, I headed to the Abyss, where I fought the 4 kings and escaped the Abyss. And so, after so many deaths and so many cans of monsters, I had finally defeated the 4 Lord Souls, and it was finally time to face our final adversary. Homie was going for Employee of the Month right there. That dude too.
Funny enough, they are actually the Knights of Gwyn, so they would be.
I know, that was the most extra thing they've ever done.
What is this big bird
Oh,
doing?
that was kind of crazy. Yeah, do that shit again. Oh my god, yo, Flash is cooking this guy.
You can't parry the crab. You would do it right there during the second move.
Okay, I went for
Yeah, you might live.
no, I'm very much not alive. Oh wait,
No, but you're
I parried too soon.
you were close though.
Dude, all I know.
Okay, this is the run. This is it. This is it.
Oh, you did it.
It feels good. It feels good. Not gonna lie.
Now you have beaten Dark Souls.
Yeah, I have accomplished my goal. And so, after putting Gwen down, I relit the flame and officially ended my first Dark Souls 1 playthrough. And I gotta say, it was quite an experience overall. I didn't accomplish every aspect of the game as I intended to. I didn't beat the DLC, and to be honest, I kinda treated it like writing an essay the day before it's due. I just kinda wanted to be done with it. But it was a roller coaster of emotions from start to finish. There was amazement, cockiness, humbleness, heartbreak, Black Air Force energy, and finally, relief. And I gotta say, it was an experience that I would 20% repeat.
Not many of the bosses posed a challenge for me, however some nearly did break me. My favorite boss was most definitely Ornstein and Smell. They were a tough challenge that forced me to rethink, adapt to the game. I couldn't just fireball spam like I had up to the point, but I actually had to pick and choose my spots to attack and be aware and be ready to react at any given moment. My least favorite boss by far was the Capra Demon. I mean, what the fuck were they thinking putting 2 dogs in there with him? And most of the areas weren't too difficult. My favorite area was definitely Anor Londo. The Grand Castle and the overall life that was there made it feel so special, and then add in the eerie dark feeling that after killing the boob chick, it added another level to this game. Definitely my least favorite area, no questions asked, Tomb of the Giants, and I will die on that hill. The painting area was also pretty cool too. Overall, I gotta say, this was a great introduction to the series. The satisfaction that came with defeating each boss was quite addicting, and I felt more and more comfortable with the game and its gimmicks as time went on. And I gotta recommend this game to everyone. It was something that I'm glad I pushed through and actually stayed along for the journey. It definitely was not a perfect game by any means, and to be honest, it does have quite a number of flaws. However, they can be overlooked by the shadow of the overall experience this game brings. I felt at peace and satisfied with my playthrough, and I definitely look forward to replaying it in the future and getting through the DLC as well. This was probably the best first Dark Souls game out there, and this experience only gives me more confidence going forward. I can overcome basically any challenge that's thrown my way. I mean, if I can get past the Capra Demon and Tomb of the Giants, I'm sure I can face any challenge this game has to throw at me.
But alas, I have finally completed my first Dark Souls 1 playthrough, and with that, I'm gonna lay off the Monster Energy drinks for a while, and I'm actually gonna go and finally get some rest. After I complete the second game.